I want to offer something to the group from a clinician perspective, because I am a physician assistant. Um, just like I mentioned earlier, you cannot, Mustafa and Shamar, you cannot control thoughts that come into your mind. You cannot control your breathing either. Unless you intentionally do so, you often do not control your breath. Your breathing is a natural response. So there is a thing in your body called a diaphragm. It lies just below your chest. Okay, so when you breathe, your diaphragm move up and down to allow air to come in and out. Okay, so how often do you notice that, when there is something important, or if you are nervous, or if you are scared, you hold your breath without consciously doing it? You hold your breath because it holding on to that tension and waiting to be relieved once a moment. Let's say you're waiting for a test score. The teacher rallying all the student name, like Shamar, you got 90%, or Mustafa, you got 90%, and then, Patrick, and I'm waiting. So, in the moment of waiting and anticipating, I hold my breath. I don't know that I'm doing it consciously, but subconsciously, I'm doing that. And then when the teacher said, you got a 92%, then like you exhale. That's a moment of relief that we do too often in life that we don't notice. So two things that I want to mention during this session. One is the shoulder. So I will walk you through an exercise briefly to release your shoulder. The second thing is Jason has mentioned a lot about breathing and breath work. So I also want to offer that to the group, just so, especially if there's anybody at home who listening to our BBW youth sessions and curious, how do I breathe? Like, that's just something that I do. Can you control your breathing? We'll go through that. So if time allow, we'll do that now. So for everybody in the group, I want you to tense up your shoulder. And how do you do that? Bring your shoulder all the way up to your neck, all the way up, really, really tight, really, really tight. Bring all your power into your neck, and then release. You feel that constant relief? Because like Jason has mentioned, your shoulder and your neck are the place where you hold the most tension throughout your day. When you tense, you do this. When you're angry, you do this. When you're scared, you do this. And people don't know how to release their shoulder. There's massages, there's a massage gun, you can stretch out your shoulder. But in the moment, in order to stay mindful, you have to also remember your physical body. Being mindful has a lot to do with being aware of your physical body. And by bringing your shoulder up really tight and just really clench your shoulder and make it really, really tight, and the moment you let go, that's a sense of relief on your shoulder. You feel it instantly. That's something that I love, and that's what I learned from yoga training. So I love that aspect of physical relief. It's not just the mind, because your mind and body is connected, just as Jason mentioned. And then something else I want to offer to the group is a breathing work. This is not some fancy smanshy stuff that like people who have thousands of dollars to spend on yoga retreat do. This is something that all of us can do, and it is so simple. I'm attempted to like share my screen so I can show you the little thing, but I'll do that now. So let's see, perhaps another time, or if we can have our engineer do that for us, but I'll do that another time. What I can offer in the moment is during the breathwork count. So I want you to remember number 4. So you want to breathe in for 4 count, and then you want to breathe out for 4 count. Okay, we can try that now. So get comfortable. I will count, and when I count, you start breathing in, and don't stop breathing in until I tell you to stop. And then you're going to breathe out, and don't stop breathing out until I tell you to stop. This is a very powerful way to connect with your breath, because a lot of time people breathe without noticing. So let's try that. So breathe in for 4, 4, 3, 2, 1, and now breathe out slowly. 4, 3, 2, 1. Repeat. Breathe in. 4, 3, 2, 1, and then release. 4, 3, 2, 1. Do you notice the difference in your breathing? You become aware of your breathing when you do these exercises. In yoga, especially for people who getting a little more advanced, so you can start with these 4 count breathing in and out, and then you become a little more advanced. You can even hold on top. So breathing in 4, 3, 2, 1, hold it, and then breathe out slowly. 4, 3, 2, 1. What you will notice in these breathing exercise is that your shoulder relief without you doing anything to it, without having to do that shoulder exercise. When you focus on your breathing, your shoulder relax. You will also notice, you look in the mirror, your facial expression relax. We hold a lot of tension in our face as well, in the wrinkles. And I'm in dermatology, so the facial expression is everything that I focus on. Um, so just something to offer, that is a shoulder exercise that you can do. And then the 4 count breathing. You can go online and just Google breathing GIF, and there will be a module that pop up. So it's a lot of time it's a circle. So it's go open up for 4, and then we'll close for 4. It's very similar to what we just did, but you have a visual guide, especially like Jason mentions, during this time of uncertainty, closing your eyes is scary. It's a scary thing to do. So if you don't want to close your eye when you do your breathing technique, you can Google one of those visual aid and then watch that circle as you breathe and exhale, inhale with the circle. It's really a powerful tool to use, and it's free. You can do it on your phone, you can do it on your computer, anywhere, on the train, when you're out and about walking. Something that I encourage the group and everybody watching at home to do. Um, Focus on ourselves, on our mind, and our physical body is the only way we'll be able to get through this pandemic alive and healthy.
Thank you so much, Patrick and Jason. Those are incredible insights. And I thank you again, Patrick, for the shoulder release because I never knew that. And man, is my shoulder tight. So it's tight all the time. So I want to thank you and acknowledge both of you for all of your incredible insights. And I want to open up the floor to Shamar and Mustafa. What are your thoughts so far? What are you learning? We're sitting here, we're learning so much incredible things from Patrick and Jason. What are your thoughts and feelings about what we've learned so far?
Well, I'm thinking to actually add these to my routine now, and I really like those. And one of the things is for me is it's hard getting into a routine. It's hard getting into a exercise and doing it every day. But for me, it is consistency. So no matter what, at least I do one exercise, or at least do one uh, for at least 10 minutes. I do one meditation or yoga for at least 10 minutes. I try it out for a week or two, and then see if I like it or not. So I have to give it some time, and I wouldn't go hardcore on the very first day because every time you'll think about it and want to do it again, your brain will think, "Oh boy, I don't want to do this again. It's not very comfortable." So you would try. I would try to do at least like 2 minutes or like one exercise. So what like start slow, start low first, and then work your way up to your goal.
Yeah, that's definitely is a good way to start. Something that I will also suggest is that you can do it early in the morning. So, because you have a million things to do during the day, right? The easiest time to do it is actually right when you wake up. And if you can make a habit of get out of bed and meditate, that's the simplest way to go. And it doesn't have to be a 10, 15 minutes, 20 minutes. Who has time for that? A
Mm-hmm.
2 minute breathing work with the 4 count breathing and shoulder release as soon as you get out of bed will get you through your day and help you clear your mind and bring some clarity into your life. Um, I noticed that something that I used to do before is the first thing I do when I wake up is where's my phone, right? So Is there any messages, any email, anything that I need to respond? And it gets you into this almost like a vicious cycle of just go, 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 go. And like Justin mentioned, like his shoulders are tight, probably because he's a content contributor and he has a lot on his plate, just like many of us, you know, school, work, family life. So I would suggest make a habit, and you know, if you can start by making a goal and stick to your goal. Tonight, I'm gonna go to bed early. When I wake up in the morning and my alarm ring, the first thing I'm gonna do is slide out of my bed, or if you prefer, stay in your bed, but physically sit up and do my 4 count breathing. Um, However many cycle that I can do and however much time I have for that breathing technique, 4 count in, 4 count out, and then do a couple shoulder release. Because when you sleep, you hold tension on your neck and shoulder as well without realizing it, especially if you had a bad dream. So do a couple shoulder release, do a couple breathing, close your eyes or keep your eye open. It's your choice. But the first thing you should do in the morning, if you want to get into a habit of meditating and staying mindful, is slide out of bed right after you wake up. Don't touch your phone, just start breathing, and you will notice a huge difference. It's drastically change your day and how your day gonna go about.